What are the major trends shaping Europe's biggest used car markets? Can a vehicle's country of origin really impact its residual value? What are the biggest talking points ahead of this year's IAA Mobility? This is the Automotive Update, presented by Autovista 24. I'm Tom Hooker, journalist for Autovista 24, here with the latest edition of the Automotive Update. Let's explore the last 7 days of headlines from Autovista 24 and the automotive industry. This week, we published the monthly market update. To discuss the latest residual value developments with me is Autovista 24 editor Tom Gegas. Hi, Tom.
Hi there, Tom. It's good to be talking with you.
And it's a pleasure to have you with us, Tom. So, you worked with Autovista Group editors on the latest edition of the monthly market update. But before we get into the trends, maybe you could break down the report for any new listeners.
Yeah, of course. So the monthly market update presents Autovista Group analysis of some key used car market metrics. This includes trade residual values, or RVs, and these are presented in absolute currency-based terms, as well as value retention as a percentage of retained new car list price. And these are both based on an average of 36-month-old cars at 60,000 kilometres. Now, we do also have some other indexes, such as the Sales Volume Index, which tracks the fluctuation in sales, the Active Market Volume Index, which logs the variation in used car adverts appearing, and the average days needed to sell a vehicle. These three are based on market observations of 24 to 48-month-old cars. Now, all of this is tracked within our interactive dashboard across 7 different countries. And that includes Austria, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland and the UK, with unique market insights, of course, presented by Autovista 24.
Okay, thanks for the explainer. Now, let's jump into August's report. What were the biggest residual value takeaways there?
Well, it wasn't a great month for RVs. Compared with July 2025, absolute values fell in Austria, France, Italy, Switzerland and the UK. Meanwhile, Spain and Germany saw stagnation. And things were marginally better for absolute RVs compared to August 2024, while Austria, France, Germany and Spain enjoyed single-digit increases not exceeding 4%, Italy, Switzerland and the UK recorded declines. Now, these 3 markets also saw the lowest levels of year-on-year increases in new car list prices.
And why does all of this matter when looking at the wider used car market?
Well, as the cost of new cars increases, you might find more buyers start to turn to the used car market because they're just looking to save money. And this, of course, is going to help boost the absolute RVs as more money changes hands.
And we've talked a lot about absolute RVs, but let's move on to percentage residual values. Were there any improvements there?
Not really. Month on month, only Spain saw a marginal uptick, while all the other markets recorded stagnated. Things were definitely worse year on year, with all of the markets recording declines. Germany saw the smallest drop, with percentage residual values going from 50.1% in August 2024 to 48.3% a year later. Meanwhile, Switzerland recorded a value retention rate of 42.4% last month, down from 47.4% in August 2024, the largest drop recorded.
Thanks very much, Tom. If you would like to read more of the monthly market update and delve into its interactive dashboard and our country-specific analysis, just head over to Autovista 24. There'll be a link in the show notes. Does a car brand enjoy a residual value boost in its country of origin? This is the question Dr. Anna Langer, Product Director of Valuation Applications at Autovista Group, set out to answer in an article on Autovista 24 this week. Tom, you worked closely with Anna on the publication of this piece. Could you walk us through her findings?
Absolutely. Well, Anna did a fantastic job on this article, first of all. She spent a lot of time exploring trends within Autovista Group's residual value intelligence and residual value monitor tools. She looked specifically at 12-month-old cars at 20,000 kilometres.
I mean, I can't imagine this is a simple factor to nail down, right?
My goodness, no, it really isn't. There are so many different factors that can influence a model's residual values. So, for example, you've got economic conditions, supply and demand, Regulations, sales strategies, model portfolios, powertrains, design, technological features, and that's just to name a few. And of course, how factors like these influence RVs can change substantially between markets.
So clearly there's lots to consider when looking at this piece. To work out if there's a domestic residual value advantage, which cars and brands did Anna look at?
Good question. Well, to list them off, there was the Skoda Fabia, the Skoda Kodiaq, the Peugeot 308, the BMW X1 and the BMW iX1. And she compared the new car list price and retail percentage residual values across numerous European markets.
And what were Anna's findings?
Well, in some instances, certain models do appear to gain a domestic RV advantage in their brand's country of origin. For example, the Peugeot 308 appears to retain a greater amount of its list price in France than in Spain or Germany. However, the same was not true for all the models that Anna examined. She found that while there can be home field advantages, this is often overshadowed by many other, much larger factors.
Very interesting stuff. Thanks again, Tom. If you want to read Anna's piece in full detail, just click on the link in the show notes. To get all of our news right into your inbox, sign up for our email. It's as easy as going to our homepage and scrolling to the sign up page at the bottom. Check out Autovista24's YouTube channel too. There you'll find our What Is Explainer videos, launch report series, and webinar recordings. And of course, subscribe to the Autovista24 podcast wherever you listen to us. This year's IAA Mobility show in Munich will showcase the latest production-ready models and flashy concepts from a long list of manufacturers. So I've gathered my top talking points to look out for in the Bavarian capital. Firstly, the domestic brands are out in force. It has been known for a long time now that BMW is using the IAA as the grand reveal of its Neue Klasse electric platform, which the brand says marks the start of a new era for BMW. This is coming in the form of the BMW iX3, the first Neue Klasse model. The SUV has been labelled by the car maker as one of the most significant new vehicles in the brand's history. It will be the first to use the car maker's Generation 6 electric powertrain with 800-volt technology. It will also feature BMW's panoramic iDrive display and the marque's Heart of Joy Superbrain. Meanwhile, Audi is presenting its renewed brand design. It unveiled the Audi Concept C, an all-electric two-seat sports car, in Milan this week. The concept offers a definitive preview of the design of future Audi models and will be on show at the IAA. The car maker says the new design philosophy represents a new beginning for the company as a whole. Elsewhere, Volkswagen will premiere a fully electric compact SUV. The new ID model will be on the market as early as next year, according to Kai Grunitz, board member for technical development at VW. The car maker is also expected to show off the new generation of the T-Roc, which had its premiere last week, alongside the ID.3 GTX Fire and Ice. Mercedes-Benz has a world premiere of its own at the IAA with the new electric GLC. The SUV will showcase the marque's latest technologies and innovations, while visitors will also be able to see a new electric VLE limousine under a camouflage prototype. Renault will be throwing the covers off the new 6th generation Clio. Skoda will host the world premiere of its Vision O concept, showing the future of the manufacturer's estate models and the next generation of its modern solid design language. Another concept will come from Cupra, and it will be called the Tindea, with little currently known about the model. The car maker will also present, albeit in camouflage, its Raval urban electric car at the IAA, ahead of its market launch next year. Hyundai will host the world premiere of the Concept 3, a compact EV prototype coming from its Ioniq sub-brand. Kia has a concept of its own with the EV2, a new small electric SUV that will sit below the EV3. Many Chinese car makers will be at the IAA too, one of which being BYD. The marque will celebrate the European premiere of its SIL 6 DMI Touring PHEV, a station wagon with a combined range of up to 1,505 kilometers. Elsewhere, Leapmotor will present its BO5 all-electric hatchback at the IAA, according to Automotive and Sport. Now, this is far from an extensive list of everything on show at the event. If you want to stay up to date with the latest IAA news, then give myself and Autovista24 a follow on LinkedIn to get live posts from the show. A big thanks goes to Autovista24's editor Tom Gegas for appearing in this episode, and to web editor James Roberts for co-producing. The music was Better Find a Solution Fast by Richard Ames. Thanks very much for listening to the Autovista 24 podcast.